Good morning. This is Arushi Bathwal of Standard 12 Commerce, standing here to present my views on marketing management under the successful guidance of my subject teacher, Sir Rajesh Pandey, and our principal, Sir Madan Mohan Mishra. Let's start with the topic without wasting any time. As you can see, the topic, marketing management. What is marketing management? Many of you might have heard the word for the first time, but marketing management is a process of analyzing, implementing, and controlling all the programs related to development of a product, its advertising, its selling, and the main goal of achieving organizational objective. What an organizational objective is? Organizational objectives are three: subsistence, growth, and progress. So what are these? The first is that you have to sustain in the market. For example, I launched a product and it's going in loss. What's the use? Nothing, right? The second is profit. So I want to make profit. For example, my pen's cost is 5 rupees and I am able to generate 6 rupees from it. So what's the profit? 1 rupee. That's profit. The third is growth. Growth. How will growth happen? That's the basic thing marketing management does. Let's start with marketing management. What is marketing management? Let's see the features. Features of marketing management are here. NECC, neck. Take the example of our body, how the neck supports us. Similarly, this neck supports management. N, need and want. Need and want are two different words. What is need? Need is something we need and want is something that we want to get. For example, as a student, my need is basic needs, book, pen, copy, pencils, but I want something beautiful or some chocolates. Chocolates is my need, it's not my want. I want it just because I like it. So that's need and want. What do I want? The marketing has to decide. It has to differentiate between need and want. For example, if my customer needs a pen, I will generate a pen. But if inside it's a want that it should be a beautiful pen. For example, let's see. These are two pens. Which of this is more beautiful? This, of course, my need is this. But I might want this because it's pretty. Okay? The second is exchange mechanism. What is exchange mechanism? Exchange mechanism happens when I have something, you have something, I give you something and you give me the other thing in return. For example, if you want to buy something, you give me money, right? You give me money, you give me money and I'll give you the product. The third is create market offering. Take an example, it's winter season, okay? Now I come to you to sell iced tea. Will you buy? No, right? Nobody will buy iced tea in winters. For example, if I come and serve you hot chai, hot tea, you will want it. Of course, so that's a marketing offering. That's market offering. It is based on the season, on the needs and the wants of the customer. The fourth is customer value. What is customer value? Customer value is, for example, if I have short hair, what will I do with hair ties? But we have long hair, right? All of us have long hair, so we buy hair ties. So that's a customer value product. If I have short hair, what will I do with a hair tie? So I have to want something which I need, right? So this is customer value. I will create something which creates customer value. Now let's move to marketing principles. What are marketing principles? Marketing principles are 5. You can see it's written right here. It's written right here. Product, production, selling, market and society. Let's start with product. Product is that you do anything. You use extensive production techniques like produce thousands and thousands of pen at a time to reduce the cost. It means that I just want to reduce my cost and sell it. Just reduction of the cost. Remember, product is based on reduction of cost. Production is what? That I will produce higher quality products. I will produce higher quality products. The quality of my product should be good. Anyhow, for example, if the pen costs 10 rupees, you might not buy, you might buy it, but the quality is great. So it's the customer's choice that if you want to buy the good quality product or not. The third is selling. Selling concept is I have to sell something by hook or by crook. I'll come to you, I'll go, hey, buy this pen, Arey God bless you, please buy this pen, please. You will not buy this pen for me, okay. That's selling by hook or crook. I will sell it to you. Anyhow, I'll say, oh no, this will bring you good luck, this will bring you auspiciousness, buy this, okay. That's extensive techniques, but using anything. The fourth is marketing. Here comes the main principle, okay. Marketing means which creates all of this. All of this four based on customer satisfaction. The main goal of marketing is customer satisfaction. You have to bring good quality at lower price, something which is satisfactory comes under marketing. The fifth and the last, societal. Societal is customer satisfaction with environment satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is brought by marketing. Societal is the only difference which makes. For example, taking a very bad example right now. So you want crackers during Diwali, right? You want crackers during Diwali. The customers are satisfied with the crackers, but it creates pollution. It does pollution. So it's my duty to create something which is low-key, pollution-free, right? So if I create something pollution-free, which doesn't affect the environment negatively, then it comes to societal. Giving customer satisfaction with environment protection is what the societal principle of management says. Now let's move to the functions of marketing. All got it? Marketing principles, clear? Functions of marketing. Market research. Suppose I am going to start a business of my own. The place where I live, I see no nearby ice cream shops during summer. There are no nearby ice cream shops. I should establish one, right? You can say there's profit, there's growth chances. Market research. Market research means getting to a place where I can get maximum profit. I am researching of the market, that where can I get maximum profit? Ice cream. Ice cream is my thing. I should go for ice cream. This is not just enough. Now, market planning. Market planning is when I see all the things around me. I just observe that yes, there are many ideal customers I can catch. That's what market planning. Product designing and development. I'm trying to launch a new brand of my own, not just like I'm going to take an agency of Vadilal or something. I'm going to bring a brand of my own. So what should my product be like? We read all the 5 principles. Let's use it. Product concept, high quality. My ice cream should be of good quality. Production. I should use techniques which will give me low cost. Selling. Selling is something you should not like extensively rely on, but in the beginning you have to, right? I have to go to customers, I have to tell my neighbors that see I have designed a new product, please come. So that's the third concept. The fourth, marketing. Of course, customer satisfaction. So what are your favorite flavors of ice cream? Chocolate, right? So I will more for chocolates. You can see chocolate goals are more, so I will go towards that. So societal. Now, if I develop something in like, you've seen, right, cones, cups, everything in ice cream. So cups are more polluted. They tend to give more pollution, right? You throw it here and there. And you see cones, they are minimal. So that's what product designing and development. I have to design a product which relies on all these principles. Next is standardization and grading. You've seen there are 10 rupee cones, 20 rupee cones, 30 rupee cones. The higher the price, we tend to think that the better it is. So we just standard it and grade it towards the size. Packaging and labeling. All might have seen that a beautiful label logo, Vadilal. You see? And you go attracted towards it that I want this Vadilal ice cream. Labeling. See all the ingredients, expiry date, manufacturing date, everything is needed. If it's not there, it's not good. It's a legal as well as personal requirement. You see expired ice cream, the next day I am sick. So I need labeling. Third is branding. Branding is really interesting. See these 2 pens, okay? You know this one? Everybody knows this?
Yes.
Link Glycer, right?
Yes.
You know this? No, right? See, this is the power of brand. Everybody knows this. Children to children know this pen. But this might be pretty, but we don't know. This is the power of a brand. Link Glycer. Brand name. Trademark. Loyalty. Loyalty is generated. This might be pretty. This might be having more scope in the market. But now, all the customers we have here are loyal towards this. So that's branding. Customer support services. You all might have brought something from Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, everybody does online shopping. So if we see we got a defective product, we wanted to return it. Immediately we can, right? There's a portal, go exchange or return, whatever we want. So that's a really basic service. If you don't get a return or exchange service, you might never want to order it again. Pricing of products. One ice cream this big, I'll charge No, right? The price should be optimum. The price should be satisfactory. And yes, this big ice cream I'm charging 10 rupees. You might think the quality is really low. So the pricing should also be done at not like really low or really high. Promotion and selling. Promotion and selling. It's really interesting. You might have seen ads on television, right? Amitabh Bachchan's masala ads or Salman Khan oil ads, everything. So you automatically get attracted to that. That this celebrity, okay, nice, I should buy this brand. So that's promotion. Physical distribution. I produced ice creams in January to sell in March. Okay? Just take an example. So I might not be able to sell it immediately after producing. I will keep it somewhere. I will have to transport it. Physical distribution is transportation. Physical distribution is transportation. It comes storage and warehousing. Store it, okay? Ice cream will melt, so we will store it. Proper storage and warehousing is really important. So these are the functions which marketing does. Now let's move to the next topic. It might be clear, right? It's clear?
Yes.
It's clear. Marketing mix. There are 4 elements of marketing mix. Product, price, place, promotion. Learn it by 4 P's. Marketing mix, 4 P's. In product comes branding, packaging, labeling. Price is mostly the other factors. Place, 2 things, channels of distribution and physical distribution. Promotion, advertising, personal selling, public relations and sales promotion. Let's discuss one by one. Marketing mix, product. Product, branding. The product must be branded. I must make a own brand of mine. So brand includes brand name, brand mark, trademark. The only legal thing here is trademark. Once you get a product trademarked, any other individual or group of people cannot take anything related to your brand. They cannot copy. You can legally take action on them. Brand name and brand mark. Brand name is the oral component. You can't see brand, you have to spell brand name. And brand mark is something you can see. Okay. Taking example of the ice cream again. You see that oval mark and Vajidal written there. So that's the brand mark. Okay. Packaging. There are 3 types of packaging. Primary, secondary and transportation. Take example of toothpaste. Toothpastes come in tubes. They come in tubes, right? So the tube is the primary packaging. Until the toothpaste is completely finished, we use the package, right? That's primary packaging. Secondary packaging is the cardboard box. A cardboard box comes with the tube. You discard it. As soon as you take the tube out, you discard the cardboard box. That's the secondary packaging. Then the transport packaging. Transport packaging are the big cartons or the bubble wraps in which the product is wrapped. The cartons are big and they have the secondary as well as primary packed product inside them. The main motive of packaging is protection. And there are other objectives such as promotion, advertising as well. How do you advertise? The toothpaste box, Dant Kanti, written in big, everybody knows. Dant Kanti, everybody knows this brand. So that's the power of packaging. You see the outer cardboard and get, yes, this is something I have to buy. The third is labeling. We discussed earlier, so it might be a bit clear. Labeling is all the details given at the back of your product. It includes the date of manufacturing, the date on which it will expire, the ingredients, the allergy contents. If it's something edible, there are allergy contents. The licensing used. Everything comes in labeling. Labeling is the component which is under the right to information. Right to information under consumer rights is fulfilled by labeling. Product mix is clear? Product mix done. Price. Price mix has no such components. It's mainly based on certain factors. So the factors is competitor's price. What is the competitor's price? I want to launch a product of my own. The same quality and the same quantity is given by my competitor. I will try to match the price. If he sells something in 100 rupees and I try to sell it in 110, you might not want to buy it, because that's something that has an old grip on the market. You might not want to buy. So it's first I should start by 90. First I should start by 90, then slowly, as slowly my brand gets loyalty, I move towards 100, then 110. Fulfilling my 3 goals, right? Survival, profit and growth. Price mix. Okay. Then what is the cost of my product? For example, if my product came in 80 rupees, so I cannot sell it 75, right? I'll go in loss. Going in loss is not worth my thing. Going in loss is not worth my thing. So there are these main factors, okay? Place mix. Place mix is really channels of distribution, physical distribution. Channels of distribution are the middlemen. The middlemen who are involved in selling. There are 3 levels, okay? 0, 2 and 3. 3 channels of distribution. In 0 level, there is no intermediary. Producer to consumer, like Bata stores. Bata stores, shoe stores, they are direct in every city. There are no middlemen, no wholesalers. You simply go and buy. That's by the producer directly to the consumer. 0 level. The 2 level. 2 level is producer, then wholesaler, consumer. Producer, wholesaler, consumer. 2 levels. 3rd level, producer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. This is 3 level. Okay. Physical distribution. Physical distribution has some certain factors, like take example of online. First you place the order. That comes the order processing. Okay. Order processing, then transportation, then warehousing, then inventory. These are 4 things. You buy something, then if you buy something, then you might have realized it takes 2 or 3 days for the product to be shipped, right? So they transport the product from the warehouse to the distribution channel and then to your house. That's physical distribution. How the product comes to you.